Hello, everybody at the Astroflower. This is just a quick heads up on what's going on in the changing energy at the moment. The sun has released a long M flare in our direction. In fact, it released two. There was a little one that came off first that cleared the way, and then the second one, which was much bigger, it already had the pathway cleared by the smaller one, so it's barreling down towards us, and it will be hitting Earth tomorrow evening. That's the 1st of September, around about 8 o'clock UK time. So that depends on where you are in the world. But I'd just like to sort of say, as I was saying in the weekly readings last week, or in this week, weekly readings, if you haven't seen it, once I start talking about fire and passion, this is when it's going to be kicking in. So, and I did say it was going to come in later on. It's the air energy that's been building up, that stimulating that mental side, the intuition and so forth within the weekly readings. If you haven't seen your weekly readings, please do go and see it. And then I said the fire was going to start coming through, and boy, is it coming through. It's not a massive M flare. Okay, so it is a massive M flare, but it's not an X flare. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a kill shot. We haven't got all the details at the moment. We certainly can't see all the details from the satellites and seeing how much is coming off the LASCO satellite or the SDO satellites. But we have got we do have the X-ray flux that did show this M flare, and we've also got the N-wheel spiral. So let me just bring up that N-wheel spiral, shall we? So let's just see it's going on here. Here we go. We've got this N-wheel spiral here. This is obviously the sun in the center here, and then to the start of that sort of cone factor is where the Earth is. Okay, and you can see it as a green dot on the right, on the left-hand side there, on the circle there. As if I just sort of play it through gently as we go through. Let me just move that out of the way. Let's just play it through gently. You can see that first M flare that comes off there. Very small M flare, nothing really to it. And then the second one kicks in. And because it's using as well that arm, that green arm that's coming out of the sun, which is all part of the solar sheet. It's the cross between the negative and the positive side of the sun, as it were, as it running like a magnet. It's using that as an accelerator, and as it's accelerating, it does break up a little bit. But look at that; it hits the Earth there, starts hitting the Earth there around about sort of 7-8 o'clock UK time, and it will last for a good few hours. You're going to be looking at lasting around about sort of, I would say around about sort of 15, 16, maybe even more than that hours, possibly going right into the following day. You might well see as well all the borealises that are coming our way. Let me just switch it round so I can talk to you straight, as it were. So you may see aurora borealis coming our way as well, and it will affect a lot of the electromagnetics going on. So obviously electrical gearing, sort of satellites and so forth. It'll be interesting to see how the Earth puts up with this, considering the Earth's magnetic field is at the weakest it's been in thousands of years. So, it'd be interesting to see how that really affects it. How is it going to affect you and me? That's all to do with that fire energy that I was talking about in the weekly readings. And for certain, it's going to be a real rip-roaring week for you. Please do go and see your weekly readings. It's going to be quite amazing. So keep an eye out for those aurora borealis. I think much more in the northern hemisphere than in the southern hemisphere. That's all to do with the polar vortexes of the Earth at the moment. They're very strong in the southern hemisphere. Not so strong in the northern hemisphere because of summer and winter and all that malarkey. But I definitely wouldn't call it a killer blow. I don't feel it's like that at the moment. I think the Earth is in a good state in order to deal with it. But for you and I, it's going to make you want to sort of get on and do. And when you get on and do, that passion, driving the passions that are within you, if you've got an idea of what you want to do in life, it's going to help you enormously. If you're struggling about finding what you want to do, just take something very small. That's a small step in the right direction. Get passionate about it. So then therefore you don't get the frustration and the sort of anger in a way that it can provoke of not being able to get on and, get on in life, and feelings that life is blocking you and so forth. This is where you just got to concentrate on the smaller things. I talked about this in the manifestation video as well. And also the tea routine. The tea routine is really good. It's going to help you to be incredibly productive during these times when the sun kicks off and induces a lot of fire into the system. I will be seeing you on the live later on tonight, so that'd be absolutely beautiful to see. Thanking you very much for all your likes, shares, and subscriptions, of course. I will see you soon. Yes, in the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.